Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name's Jack Waldorf. I'm the Executive Director here at the Western Governors Association. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the third Decarbonizing the West initiative workshop taking place here in beautiful Denver, Colorado. I want to thank today's host and recent chair of WGA, Colorado Governor Jared Polis, as well as thank our current WGA chair, Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon, for traveling from Cheyenne to join us here today. To have them both here highlights not only their collective leadership in support of the West, but their shared commitment to working together to solve complex Western issues. Thank you, governors, for both being here. We really appreciate it. I'd also like to recognize our initiative partners, Basin Electric Power Cooperative, Google Energy, Idaho National Laboratory, JP Morgan Chase, Net Power, Tri-State Generation and Transmission Association, and the Walton Family Foundation. Their invaluable contributions and continued support have been instrumental to our initiative efforts so far. So on behalf of our governors, thank you for your partnership on the Decarbonizing the West initiative. I'd also like to recognize the WGA team for their outstanding work on the workshop, for today's workshop, but also the series of workshops we've held thus far. They've done a great job per usual, so please raise your hand, WGA team, and give them a round of applause. They're doing great. I also want to give a special shout out to Abby, who you will hear from later on today, who's spearheading the initiative on behalf of WGA. And for those who haven't met Abby, make sure that you do so today, because at some point we're all going to be working for her, so today's your good day to get on her good side, so please do that. But in all seriousness, Abby has done a masterful job leading this initiative for us, and we're lucky to have her on the team. So last July, Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon launched his Decarbonizing the West as his 2024 WGA Chair Initiative. Excuse me. This effort is dedicated to exploring how decarbonization strategies, including carbon capture, utilization and storage technologies, direct air capture, and natural sequestration can position Western states as leaders in innovation and reduce carbon emissions. Throughout this initiative, WGA has convened experts and industry leaders to discuss various aspects of decarbonization. This has been a collaborative and bipartisan effort supported by other governors across the Western footprint. Last September, Governor Gordon hosted the kickoff workshop in Gillette, Wyoming, where conversations focused on the development of carbon capture, utilization and storage technologies. In December, Idaho Governor Brad Little hosted the second workshop in Boise, which focused on natural sequestration and explored topics related to agriculture, forestry, and land management. Oregon Governor Tina Kotek will host the fourth and final workshop on March 11th and 12th in Portland. The current agenda and registration information for that workshop are now available on WGA's website, so please check that out. Using these workshops, webinars, surveys, WGA conducts a thorough and stakeholder engagement process to identify best practices and learn from participant experiences. Initiative participants help inform policy recommendations to streamline and incentivize carbon reduction and removal efforts while identifying strategies for broader implementation across the West. Findings and recommendations will be compiled into a report which will guide the development of Western governors' policy and WGA's future advocacy on this important subject. And we will publish this report in June of 2024 at our annual meeting in Olympic Valley, California. Today, the carbon removal industry is at an inflection point, and an opportunity to advance these great technologies has never been greater. So once again, I thank you for joining us today, both in person and for those of you joining us via the live stream. And I look forward to a productive couple days of conversation. And now it's my great honor to introduce today's host, Colorado Governor Jared Polis. Hold on real fast. I gotta go saw something for you. So during his time as WGA chair, Governor Polis led the Heat Beneath Our Feet initiative, focusing on the development and deployment of geothermal energy. Governor Polis's dedication to this issue has helped advance meaningful policy in support of geothermal energy and WGA's advocacy work in this area, and only continues to pick up steam. Good, there we go. See, getting things started early. So I just want to make sure you all were ready for that one. So given the carbon capture, utilization, and sequestration faces many similar policy challenges as geothermal energy, can also be utilized to provide low carbon energy and is particularly well suited to Western states, it is no surprise that Governor Polis has been such an enthusiastic supporter of the Decarbonization of the West initiative, as well as highlighted by his participation here and hosting us here today. So with that, it is my great honor to welcome our host and 43rd Governor of the great state of Colorado, the Honorable Jared Polis.
Thanks, Jack. It's great to welcome you all to the great state of Colorado today. or South Wyoming, as some of us call us. We're thrilled to welcome you for the third workshop in Governor Gordon's Decarbonizing the West initiative, which I'm very excited about and really allows WGA to continue to the very strong momentum around all things energy and continuing with enormous opportunities for not just Wyoming and Colorado, but across the entire West. Thank you for those of us who are joining. I think others are tuned into the live stream. Thank you for joining us virtually. Thank you to the panelists who we'll be hearing from today and tomorrow. Over the next 2 days, leaders, thought leaders, companies from across the West are going to discuss strategies for scaling up direct air capture, building out carbon transport infrastructure, establishing storage solutions that are needed to achieve gigaton scale carbon removal. And we'll look at how carbon removal technology can be integrated into existing energy systems and how it can be used to decarbonize even the heaviest industries in a very cost-effective manner, in a very efficient manner. Here in Colorado, we're making bold progress towards achieving our renewable energy goals, and we know that carbon management will be an important tool for our state. Western states are uniquely positioned to support the development of direct air capture, abundant renewable energy resources, favorable geology for storage, supportive policies and leadership, really make it possible for the West to lead the nation and even the world in carbon removal. Last summer, Governor Gordon and I signed an MOU between Wyoming and Colorado to work together to promote direct air capture and carbon removal policies, incentives, and development, really so our two states can benefit and harness from this fast-growing economic sector. Here in Colorado, we've made significant advances in carbon removal policy. We're proud home of Global Thermostat, the second largest operating direct air capture facility in the world, with bold plans to scale their work to reduce carbon emissions even more and offer alternatives for companies looking to lower their carbon footprints, even some companies that have net negative goals. I was proud to sign legislation that included reforms of what was previously called the Colorado Oil and Gas Commission. Now it's called the Energy and Carbon Management Commission, because we, of course, continue to do their work regulating oil and gas, but they have also now expanded to oversee similar in-the-ground work around hydrogen, geothermal, carbon capture, including the safe and effective regulation of carbon capture facilities, pipelines, deep wells, sequestration. So the Energy and Carbon Management Commission is really going to be ground central for not only continuing the work in the legacy energy side, but moving forward with all things energy and carbon. And building off of the Colorado Carbon Capture Utilization and Storage Task Force, which we created, our state is fostering a strong network of carbon management stakeholders that includes representatives from across industry, government, academia, labor, and nonprofits. That included the creation of the Carbon Direct Removal Program and Roadmap run by our Colorado Energy Office. Quinn Antis is here with us today. He's spearheading our carbon sequestration work. Our energy future is exciting and is an exciting one for America across the West. And gatherings like this are a key part of really imagining and bringing about that exciting future that will benefit our economies, our air quality, and the planet to create the world we want to see now and for generations to come. As you know, two of Colorado's biggest industries are climate-dependent industries, our world-class ski industry and farming and ranching. And these two climate-dependent industries are facing enormous change, and we need to do what we can to reduce carbon emissions and sequester to make sure that these two sectors will be an important part of Colorado's future as well. I look forward to the conversations that are going to occur here. You're truly at an important place, an important time to chart a better course for the West and for the world. Now it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague from our neighboring state of Wyoming, Governor Mark Gordon, the chair of the Western Governors Association. He's going to speak a little bit about his initiative, and we're thrilled to welcome him to Colorado again. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Jared. It's always nice to be in Colorado, and it's always nice to see Colorado when they come to Wyoming, which they do a lot. But it's wonderful to have you host this workshop, and I remember very well in Boulder last summer when we signed our direct air capture agreement. And I'm excited that we have made a lot of progress in many ways. This week's workshop is going to highlight many of those issues about direct air capture and carbon removal technologies, carbon transport and frameworks for long-range term storage, all critical elements to achieving large-scale carbon removal. And Jared talked a little bit about the region. I just want to wax a bit about what that means. You look at the historic cooperation that you've had between Colorado and Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, New Mexico, Utah. All of these states hold a crucible of a tremendous amount of energy. We are in a powerhouse region. Western Governors has a long history of tackling complicated issues and addressing them in thoughtful, bipartisan, and I would also say honest ways. WGA initiatives set the foundation for meaningful and lasting policy development and advocacy, and how remarkable that is at this time in our country. You know, there are amazing opportunities that are afoot at this point, and it's so exciting to learn about all of the opportunities we can see. I really want to start, Governor, with your Heat Beneath Our Feet initiative and how exciting that was and the framework that you helped build. To understand that this is not just massive geothermal features, it's also things that we can do with old oil and gas wells. It's things that we can do that just do a better job of making sure that our houses can be heated and our lights can come on, and really thinking about opportunities in that framework. Thank you for that initiative. I think that follows a number of other Western governors' initiatives that have also been groundbreaking. By identifying geothermal, we have also identified another source of energy that is good for low carbon energy. And I think it brings us a step closer to decarbonizing. Throughout this initiative, my fellow Western governors have hosted workshops, you've heard about them, exploring issues and themes relevant to decarbonization opportunities across the states. I hosted the first workshop in Gillette, which explored carbon capture, utilization, and storage technologies. It was exciting to have Brad Crabtree of the Department of Energy there to also talk about that. Conversations there focused on regulatory and technical opportunities for CCUS and culminated with a tour of Wyoming's own integrated test center to see CCUS in action. There are two pilot projects there, one membrane that uses very little water and the other one which is an amine-based carbon capture technology. Both of those are coming online now. I also had the opportunity to attend a second workshop in December, hosted by Governor Little in Boise, Idaho. And here, as you heard, the discussion was on forestry and agriculture, natural sequestration, and opportunities there. This is particularly important to me. I'm a rancher by background, and I remember back in the mid-2010s being able to do one of the first processes where we were able to sell carbon credits for carbon that we had sequestered from agriculture and grazing practices. This is something that is a new form of revenue for ranchers, and it's something that ranchers already do, and I'm very excited that the work that was brought forth there and how important that is to decarbonizing the West. When you look at the agricultural sector across this region, there are enormous opportunities there for taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and putting it to plants. Governor Tina Kotek will be hosting the final workshop, as you heard, in Portland, and we encourage you to stay engaged to the remaining workshop and the forthcoming webinar series to continue sharing your expertise as WGA begins to develop a report. And I really want to thank Abby for her work in getting that organized. WGA will publish a report detailing the initiatives, findings, and recommendations, which will be released this summer. Thank you for all of those who are joining us today in person, as well as those who are tuned in to us on live stream. I also want to thank every one of the speakers. I have at each one of these workshops just found a fascinating well of knowledge that has been so important to this conversation. They will share their insights and experiences and engage in bipartisan discussions. And again, one of the things I think is most important about what WGA brings to these conversations is a sense of practicality, of doability, and of honesty as we talk about these. Not grandiose statements, not aspirational comments that can't be reached, but really policy-rich initiatives that talk about what we can do to accomplish the tasks that we've set out before us. And in that, I'd like to thank the initiative sponsors, Tri-State Generation and Transmission Association, Net Power, JP Morgan Chase, the Walton Family Foundation, Google Energy, Basin Electric Power Cooperative, and Idaho National Nuclear Laboratory, who stole our head of the energy, our energy commission, Glenn Morell, and it's great to have you here, Glenn. Thanks so much. And we did not talk about nuclear, which is also a piece of the energy future. Jack, I look forward to our discussions, and I'll turn it back to you. And thanks very much. And again, thank you, Governor Polis.